Anyway, the guy comes up to me one day, he goes, hey, where are you from? I said, New York. He says, you're Italian? Yeah. He said, we're doing down here, I'm on vacation. What kind of work do you do? I said, well, I'm not working, I'm out of work right now. He said, we on vacation from a vacation. He said, they looking for you back there? I said, I'm not sure. So he says, you're looking for work? I said, yes. He said, meet me tomorrow, I'll hook you up with something. So he brought me to a place called Chili's. I didn't know Chili's from a hole in the wall. Chili's was a place where Frank Sinatra used to hang out. That was his very best friend. So I'm going to make it into a maitre d'. I don't even know what a maitre d' was. When he told me a maitre d', I thought I had to wear a skirt. I don't know what that was. So I go, they told me they take tables in the afternoon, you write them down. Okay? Now when people come in at night, you keep a few tables for yourself. Somebody comes in at night and says, hi, I'd like a table. He asks them if they have a reservation. They may have no reservation, you give none. But if a guy comes in and says, hey, pal, I got a table, puts his hand in his pocket. You're not gonna get one. The guy comes in one night and says, hey, I need a table. And she's in his pocket. I said, got a reservation? He goes, no. He says, it's for Frank. He says, it doesn't matter who it's for. You don't have a reservation, I can't help you. He says, listen, look at me a table, I'll get you fired. How you gonna get me fired? You make a reservation. It says for Frank Sinatra. I said, sir, I'm sorry, you did not say Frank Sinatra. You said, Frank. Yeah, I get your table right away. I got the table right in the front of whatever it was. An empty table right in the front of the table. I don't want that table. I want the other table. I said, there's people sitting on it. He said, tell them you made a mistake and move them over. I said, oh, fuck, here we go. Because everybody in the place looked like wise guys to begin with. I knew I was up Schitt's Creek when I started. So now what happened is, all of a sudden, I go up to the people at the table and I said to them, I said, excuse me, whoever put you here made a mistake. They said, you put us here, sir. I go back near the door, start working. Guy comes over and he goes, oh wait, first of all, he goes outside and gets Frank Sinatra. They come in and they stop. And the big guy, and Frank Sinatra said, is this the guy? So, he says, yeah. So you guys move aside. Frank Sinatra says, what's your name? I said, Vinny. They gave me $100. At that time, I was only making like $150 a week. I was making like $100 when he walked in the door. I said, wow. So then they sat down. He was drinking Jack Daniels, and he was with two other guys. And then one guy gets up, comes over to me, and says, come on, join us for a drink. I said, I can't. I'm going to say, join us for a drink. I'll be right there. So I sat down. I said, but then the boss comes in again. Don't worry about it. Sit here. So I sat down. Jilly walked in. I tried to get up. The guy's pushing me back down. I said, Jilly. He said, don't worry. You sit here. So I figured I was going to pay for the drinks at the end of the day. He said, Vinny, don't worry about it. They don't, these guys don't pay anyway. So now on the way out, he said to me, he says, what's your name again? I said, Vinny. He gave me another $100. I keep giving me $100. Like to follow him to the parking lot, everything else. So that was the end. I never seen Frank Sinatra again. But a couple of years later, I'm in New York. And I went to, he was at Carnegie Hall, and I bought tickets right like $18 up, bloody nose tickets up in the balcony. And all of a sudden, the girl that was with, she goes, isn't that Frank Sinatra? And I looked at her, oh shit. And I looked at her, hey, come over here. I said, I see you down in Florida. I said, yeah. What's your name, Benny? I said, it's Vinny. She goes, what are you, correcting me? You call me Susan, give me $100. He says, what are you doing here? I said, you got tickets, come and see what tickets. I showed him the tickets. He must have realized they were up in a balcony, and he took them, and he ripped them up. What a trick is good.
I hear you. This one too.
I think you forgot to put the vodka in it, you put a lot of cranberry juice. So all of a sudden he looks at the ticket and he rips them up in 100 pieces. He goes, go to the guy at the door, tell him I said to put you in the front. But then all of a sudden, the guy says, come on Frank, gotta go. All of a sudden he leaves. He ripped up the ticket 100 pieces. 100 pieces. I said, well, who the hell do I tell at the front door? So I went to the front door, I said, excuse me, I said, Frank Sinatra ripped up my tickets. He told me to tell somebody at the front door. I'm in the front seat. So what's your name? I said, Vinny, Benny, Vinny. I come to me. So he brought me up to the front. He put me like right in the the front seat. Never like said hello to me, but he acknowledged me with his eyes. But just before my mother and father, passed away, my father said to me, Vinny, please do me a bigger favor. Go with Mama to the cemetery and buy the mausoleum. For you, no, not for me. For me, for Nikki, and for Mama. And don't put a Nikki next to me. But Mama, we go there, and the guy's showing us all these mausoleums. So the guy says, well, I got those three up there. Mama says, no, I don't like it over there. I get a dizzy, it's too high. I said, no, you're gonna get dizzy. If you're dead, you're up there. The guy's looking at me, so what the fuck you keep looking at me for? She's the one that said it. Because the ones that you can touch over here a little bit more. But those are a little less, and those are a little less. So he says, well, would you like those straight? No, but sometimes it's the dust there. I said, but you're giving the guy a hard time. And my brother would say stupid things. So then finally we came to one area where he says, well, I got 3 of you together over here. And this one at the end. And my brother said, well, who's over there? He said, a professor. He says, oh, I'll take that. At least I'll have somebody to talk to. Looking at me. I told him that straight as, fuck, you looking at me? He's the one that said it. So he writes him up for those three. He goes, do you want one in here also, sir? I said, me? I don't even want one in this fucking building. I want one in the cemetery. I don't want one here.